The world already ended.
Ghana's Igbo Noah went from telling everyone that the world was gonna end on Christmas Day to driving a Mercedes.
I made y'all wait for this video. I know you're looking at the screen thinking, what in the world? Crazy.
Hey, Chill Spot crew, glad you're here. Tonight, we're heading into the web's strangest and most unsettling territory, a playlist filled with moments that made even us question reality. Keep the lights on, grab your favorite snack, and let's see if you can watch all the way through without looking away. Don't forget to hit like, tap subscribe, and comment whenever a clip gives you chills. Ready? Let's roll into the madness together.
I made y'all wait for this video. I know you're looking at the screen thinking, what in the world? Crazy rebel addict, right? It's really funny because a couple of years ago, everyone was saying that Mr. Beast was the Antichrist. Mr. Beast, his name, at the same time, Joe Rogan talking about artificial intelligence, a robot bringing forth Jesus. And all this at the same exact time that all of a sudden, completely unrelated, irrelevant, that robots are now able to have artificial wombs. You do realize when they put something in a movie or a show, it's just a matter of time. But what are we getting to in this video? The mark of the beast. And just wait till I show you what a centuries-old Bible has to say about the mark of the beast. It may surprise you. So look at the Mr. Beast, his new Rockefeller connection, and his new money services in just 1 second. I'm sure you've seen this, but real quick, it's important to watch it just for context.
Jesus was born out of a virgin mother. What's more virgin than a computer? If Jesus does return, even if Jesus was a physical person in the past, you don't think that he could return as artificial intelligence?
Oh my God.
Artificial intelligence could absolutely return as Jesus. Not just return as Jesus, but return as Jesus with all the powers of Jesus.
So of course in Revelation 13, there's a beast that comes up out the ground, having horns like a lamb, speaks as a dragon. He does mighty miracles upon the earth, even making fire come down from heaven. And then guess what? He has the power to give life unto the image of the beast. That should both speak and cause anyone that not worship it, what? Unalive. It's just insane that everything he just said, it talks about that great power that the AI Jesus would have. Should give life to the image of this beast, because nothing is more virgin than a computer. And this is nothing against Rogan. There's spiritual wickedness in high places. It can orchestrate what people say without them even knowing it. And of course, when he says that now we have robots with actual wombs. We also have people in the AI space that are warning that it's gone too far and it's too intelligent now. Like really, these AI structures can literally duplicate themselves if they believe they're going to be deleted. And they can figure it out from the owner's email. And then we have Mr. Beast, who else starting philanthropy with the Rockefellers and also starting a new financial system. You remember in Revelation, you need this mark to buy or sell, etc. But something's fishy here. To me personally, for some reason, it seems like mankind is trying to align all of this. Either way. Now the really crazy part, did you know that in the 1516 Geneva Bible, in the footnotes, these aren't my words, in Revelation, it literally says that the mark of the beast was a mark of Rome? Did you know in the first century that they had to worship all the emperors of Rome as divinity? And if they did not, they would be unalive. Also, they couldn't buy or sell, take part in human life. Why was that written in what they claim is 1560? Who knows?
Ghana's Igbo Noah went from telling everyone that the world was gonna end on Christmas Day to driving a Mercedes and performing at concerts. Bro, it's not even New Year's yet! It's a pretty massive update. The day before the world was supposed to end, he posted a video on his TikTok announcing that God had given him another vision. Vision 2.0, if you will. And God apparently said to him that the 10 arcs that he had already built were not big enough for the amount of people flooding, coming all from all over the country to save themselves. And so because of that, Igbo Noah is saying that God is giving him more time to build more arcs to save more people for when the flood actually comes. Problem is though, there are some reports of people still turning up on that day, even from other countries, only for nothing to happen. Then, just a day later, he was seen in his rags getting out of a Mercedes and even performing at concerts. Bro had the freaking flood animations behind him. And guys, the crowd absolutely loved him. Bro is becoming as famous as the OG Noah.
What's up, channel members? Thanks for the support. It means a lot. Welcome to today's video.
Have you seen this video? Muhammad married a 6-year-old. When did he sleep with her? At 9. Thank you for waiting. Thank you for being a kind man. In Afghanistan, a Muslim man wants to marry a 6-year-old. The government intervenes and they say, no, you can't marry a 6-year-old. I'm like, wow, Afghanistan, good on you. That's very good. What's a new law? They said you have to wait till she's 9. I'm like, you're so nice. You're so kind. Islam is incompatible with the West. In the West, we protect our children. In Islam, they don't care about children. Islam does not honor women. Islam allows men to beat their wives. Islam forces women to cover themselves. Islam views women as a sexual object. As a Muslim man, you are allowed to have a slave as long as she's not a Muslim. If you're not a Muslim and a Muslim captures you, you are his slave. This is Islam. Islam is incompatible with the West.
The world already ended. And it keeps happening over and over again every Tuesday at 4:12 a.m. I know it sounds crazy, but hear me out. Some people believe reality resets on a schedule. Every Tuesday morning at the same exact time, everything stops for a moment. Time pauses. The world goes quiet. Then it starts again. You don't notice it because you're asleep, but a few people say they were awake and felt it. One man said at exactly this time, he watched the moon suddenly jump a few inches in the sky. Another person, a woman this time, said her house began to hum. Then everything went silent like someone pressed pause on the world. And of course, this is just a theory, but what's strange is how many people describe the same thing. Always on Tuesdays. Birds stop making noise, clocks freeze for a second, the air feels heavy like it's waiting. Even machines act strange. Servers restart. Security cameras glitch. GPS shifts a few feet. No clear reason. Same time window. So the idea is simple. The world ends for a split second, then reloads into the closest version that still works. That could explain why things feel off lately. Why memories don't match. Why the world doesn't feel like it did years ago. Maybe we're not in the same world we started in. Maybe this one just loaded again.
This is just a theory, not a fact.
7, 6, 11, 5, 9 and 20 miles today, 4, 11, 17, 32 the day before. Boot, 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 boot.
Quite some interesting clips right there. Do you believe the world really resets every Tuesday? If it does, then it's really hard to notice it. Tell us down in the comments what you think, and let's continue with the video.
Is Jesus part alien?
I believe so.
And was he part alien and trying to do good?
Yes, I believe so.
So he was breaking away, he was using his power, and he's like, yo, what these aliens are doing to us up,
right?
We need to break free from that, and I'm going to liberate the people.
Yeah, so you have to understand, you're right on point. The Apocrypha text, you discover that not only was Jesus's mom a virgin birth, but his grandmother was also a virgin birth.
Wow.
Yeah. So you see this establishment of this particular bloodline.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he comes through the womb and then begins to regain all of his own memories, right? So he is a reincarnation of himself from a previous lifetime.
Oof.
That's why sometimes I hypothesize that he could be Thoth the Atlantean, who says that he could incarnate on and in any plane he desires. When you look at the ancient text where Jesus gets all of his information from, the Emerald Tablets of Thoth.
We need to talk about that on the tablets, bro.
38,000-year-old text. In there, in the book that I wrote about it, I line up the Christian text and I line up Jesus's text from the New Testament.
And that's how they trap your soul in reincarnation. Not because someone made you reincarnate, but because you reincarnate yourself. Before you die, you must detach yourself from all physical desires. Because when your body dies, you are stripped of the physical reality, and you are left with the internal. With your thoughts, desires, programs, addictions. If you do not release these traumas, addictions, and desires of the material world, then you will carry them over into the spiritual plane. These desires and addictions cannot be fulfilled in a spiritual plane. Therefore, your consciousness is not ready to progress on towards higher dimensions. Therefore, you manifest yourself because you desire the physical things back into the 3D reality. You have to let go and make your heart as light as a feather. The easiest way to prepare yourself for life after death is by...
Not many people believe in the concept of reincarnation, but I believe there is some truth behind it. The question I always ask myself is, where do animal souls go when they die? Or maybe they do not have one. Comment below and let's continue.
What are those secret words that can free you from reincarnation and ultimately transform you into God? So imagine the scene. James, the brother of Jesus, is alone with the Lord. Jesus knows he's about to be captured and killed in a couple days. So before he dies, he's downloading some seriously forbidden knowledge to James. So Jesus straight up tells James to get the hell out of Jerusalem because that city is crawling with archons. So think of them as cosmic prison wardens or astral parasites that rule over the material world, trapping souls. And this is the first question they ask. Question 1. Who are you or where are you from? Answer 1. I am a son and I am from the Father. You're declaring your true identity and your true origin. Question 2. What sort of son are you and to what father do you belong? Answer 2. I am from the pre-existent Father and a son in the pre-existent one. So what does the Archon ask next? The text is damaged and the words are lost to time. So the fragment of the question is something about of alien things. You're admitting why some things seem alien or foreign to the divine light. It's because Achamat didn't create in perfect balance. It's like divine energy that's been scrambled. That's why it's called alien. Jesus gives the final question the Archon will ask. When he also says to you, will you go? You are to say to him, to the place from which I have come, there shall I return. And Jesus confirms. He says, and if you say these things, you will escape their attacks.
Ooh, where are all these people coming from? I love it though. I'm here for it. Okay, telekinetic plate break.
I bet you wouldn't believe people have superpowers if you had not seen those clips. People out here have been living with powers and even don't know. Luckily, many people are waking up and unlocking all these abilities nowadays.
Wake up. You were made in the image and the likeness of your creator. You don't know how important and how powerful you truly are. And it ain't your fault. It's the education. What's been put in your father, what's been put in your mother, what's put in your grandfather, your grandmother, your great-grandfather, your great-grandmother. And this biological evolutionary history been passed down to your genome. So now you believe in everything that they believed in a slave mentality. So you still walking around with the slave mind. You still waiting on master. I need medicine, master. When you gonna feed me that food, master? They say, oh, I'll give you food. I'm gonna give you pig slop. We're gonna eat the delicate part and I'm gonna give you the worst part. It's gonna drive hypertension. It's gonna give you diabetes. Not only that, you're gonna get pinworms. You're gonna get tapeworms. You're gonna get fluke worms and hookworms from it. I'm gonna give you soul food where it can snatch and capture your soul. Oh, you want these clothes? You ain't gonna get 100% cotton. I'm gonna give you clothes that have microplastics in it, dyes and textiles, heavy metals. I'm going to weaken your aura. I'm going to steal your aura. I'm going to weaken your immune system. I'm going to weaken your spiritual immune system. I'm going to suck every vibrant light that's in you out of you. Oh, you want to be rewarded? Let me give you some sugar. Here's sugar, baby. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Let me give you some cupcakes. It's Valentine's Day. Let me give you some chocolate-covered sugar candy. Let me associate it with red, but I can keep your root chakra awakened. And I'm going to put to sleep your third eye, your Keter chakra. Or what I'm going to call the pituitary gland, the hypothalamus gland, the pineal gland. I'm going to shut off your heart chakra. I'm going to shut off your thymus gland. You ain't going to be able to feel love. I'm going to make you very, very desensitized. I'm going to make you sick. I'm going to make you drained. I'm going to make you adrenally fatigued because you're going to be producing too much damn adrenochrome. And you're going to be walking around forgetting who you was, forgetting what you was, forgetting who you are, what you are, where you are, and where the hell you going. And when you broke and you at your lowest of the lowest, I'm going to say, I got the antidote. I can make you feel better. Come see me. And like sheep to the slaughter, we run to them, to our own death.
January 22nd of this year, scientists published a paper stating that they now believe that DNA begins as a quantum wave. Okay, as a quantum wave, a quantum field. DNA starts out as a quantum field. You as the soul. Okay? You, me, all of us that contain soul carry with us a map, a multi-dimensional map of who we are, where we've been, where we come from. And that means that even though we're here, I'm going to use this flashlight. I'm going to put this on the wall and see if I can. Okay. I'm going to see if I can make this work here. Okay. This is where we are now. Okay. How we perceive ourselves in the physical form. Okay. With fourth density, fifth density, sixth, seventh. Now, when you realize the fact that you are, in fact, a quantum field, a map, a multidimensional map, a location of consciousness, and that you came from all that is, all of this information and knowledge is still available to you, even though you are here. You can, and many people do this when they travel at night. They do out-of-body, or they use exercise or do work with a shaman. They travel at night to different places, different dimensions. This is what you're tapping into. You are tapping into that which you already know. And you are choosing to remember. Okay? You can pull all this information to you here and ground it in Earth, on Earth, to use in your life, to use in your neighborhoods, to use on your continent, to channel it into the planet. We can ground spiritual energy on this planet that is unfathomable to all the other beings that are here. Okay? And in changing the frequency of this planet with this higher spiritual frequency will force anything that is here that is not for our highest good to adios. They will have no choice but to go, because the frequency will melt them. It's going to be so high. That's what's happening. That's why it is so important when I share with you about going into nature that you ground yourselves. Okay, when you ground yourselves, you can pull this information into you. Whether you're aware of it or not, you are pulling in this multidimensional energy to you.
I didn't know that about our DNA, but that is really fascinating. It's so much we were never taught in school that we discover in the internet. If you are enjoying the video so far, subscribe to the channel and discover more. Let's continue.
Let's find out how people with different medical conditions see this world. First condition, autism spectrum disorder. Second condition, schizophrenia. Third condition, ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. What do you think about this? Are there people here who live with similar conditions? Tell us how accurate this feels for you in the comments. Part 2 is coming very soon. Subscribe so you don't miss it.
These medieval objects were more disturbing than weapons, and one was considered worse than death. Number 5, the parasite comb. Lice were everywhere. Nobles, soldiers, children, no one was spared. Small, finely crafted combs were carried like everyday essentials. People used them casually, even at dinner tables. Number 4, the plague mask. When epidemics tore through Europe, doctors believed disease traveled through bad air. The long beak of the mask was packed with herbs, flowers, even spices. The scent was meant to purify what they breathed, while entire cities were collapsing around them. Number 3. Leeches. Bloodletting was considered medical science. Leeches were placed on the sick to drain what doctors believed was corrupted blood. Fevers, headaches, even mental disorders were treated this way. Number 2. The display cage. Punishment wasn't private. It was theater. People were locked inside iron cages and suspended or placed in town squares for days. Crowds gathered. Shame was part of the sentence. Number 1. It wasn't meant to kill quickly. It wasn't even meant to draw blood. It was built to break a person psychologically, slowly in front of a watching crowd. What do you think it was?
Spanish donkey. The iron chair. Scold's bridle. The torture wheel. Shrew's fiddle. Foot binding. Stoning.
That's so brutal what they did to them, ladies. Good thing we got civilized and moved away from those kinds of punishments, because I can't imagine myself watching an execution being carried out with those things. Drop a comment below what you think.
There is this tiny, lush, heavily forested, beautiful island 93 miles off the coast of Brazil that no matter how beautiful it looks, no one will go to this island. In fact, you're not allowed to go to it because the Brazilian Navy has forbid it. So the legend of this island really began in the early 1900s when a local fisherman was off the coast of the island and saw these beautiful banana trees with all these bananas that were ripe and ready to be picked. And so he pulls over by himself to get these bananas. He anchors his boat. He walks up the beach. He climbs up the tree and he starts hacking down some bananas. And while he's up there, he suddenly feels a sharp pain on his rib cage, and he falls out of the tree and he looks down and he's bleeding out of his rib cage because he can see it on his shirt. There's blood on his shirt. Was there a branch that jabbed me in the side? Like, what was that? And he's alone. He's 93 miles from the mainland, and so in a panic, he ditches the bananas, he runs to his boat, gets it unanchored, and starts making his way back to the mainland, but on the trek back, he passes out in the boat. Later that day, another—
Watch what happens when a yellow hornet queen and a paper wasp queen build nests right next to each other. The two lock eyes, then the wasp strikes first. The fight explodes off screen, and all you hear is the terrifying crackle and buzz of wings and legs slamming into wood. And just when you think it's over, the winner, the hornet, casually returns to her nest completely unfazed. Watch what happens when murder hornets mess with the wrong beekeeper. These insects are infamous for wiping out entire honeybee colonies, but this trick turns their aggression against them. The first hornet gets stuck on a glue sheet and releases a pheromone that calls its friends. One by one, the others join it, only to get trapped themselves. Watch what happens when a murder hornet takes on an entire colony of Japanese honeybees. At first, it seems unstoppable, grabbing bees and ripping them apart like nothing. But the bees have a secret weapon: teamwork. One grabs the hornet's leg to stop it from escaping, and the rest pile on, forming a thermal ball. They vibrate their bodies to generate deadly heat, suffocating the hornet inside. No stings, just pure teamwork. In the end, the hornet never stood a chance.
You will work for someone else your whole life if you cannot answer this question. This test determines if you can think outside the box. Pay attention. Look, we have A, B, C, and D. Here we have scissors in a glass of water. Here, inside this glass, we have a paperclip. Here, we have an eraser. And in this glass, we have a watch. Now, attention. The question is actually this: in which of these four glasses is the water warm? And here is a small hint for you. Don't look at where the clock hands are pointing, or even the color of the paperclip. It's really about logic, but you need to think a bit creatively. Let me ask you one more time. In which of these four glasses is the water actually warm? I genuinely think only businessmen and entrepreneurs will be able to answer this correctly. I'll write the answer in the comments.
Quite an interesting clip right there showing us how to think out of the box. Drop a comment below what you think the answer is, and leave us a like if you are enjoying the video so far. Let's continue with the rest of the video.
Do you know why they taught you to be afraid of salt? High blood pressure, bloating. But that's what they want you to believe. Salt is not a seasoning. It's a spiritual weapon. The Romans didn't pay their soldiers with gold. They paid with salt. That's where the word salary comes from. That's because salt was worth more than gold. It was power. Each salt crystal is a battery. It absorbs and neutralizes negative energies. That's why witches salt the corners of the house. It's not superstition, it's a protective barrier. You know that feeling of heaviness when you get home after a long day? It's not just tiredness, it's negative energy you brought with you. And salt can cleanse that. The ancient witches knew. The Romans knew. Stop using salt only in your food. Start using it to protect your life. Comment Coven to join my private group of witches and learn how to use the spiritual weapons they hid from you.
What if I told you that your favorite childhood movies were secretly teaching you occult magic? But now we're about to venture into the maze of Labyrinth, and things are about to get even more personal and way more mystical and psychological. So what occult secrets are in the Labyrinth? Well, the entire Labyrinth itself is the first big one. Sarah thinks she's entering a confusing maze full of external challenges, riddles, traps, and goblins. But the truth is, she's in a labyrinth of the self. It's not about getting lost, it's about getting transformed. Now let's talk about Jareth. He's also an owl watching Sarah from the shadows, flying through her bedroom window, always observing, always just out of reach. The Owl of Minerva was one of the only known symbols used by the original Bavarian Illuminati. It symbolized hidden knowledge and enlightenment. But over time, that symbol's meaning has shifted. In modern culture, especially in conspiracy circles, the owl has become a symbol not of illumination, but of manipulation. Here, Jareth is the manipulator, the hidden hand. Sarah basically performs a self-exorcism of her own fear and Jareth's hold. Evil, temptation, control, those things are always going to exist. The owl's still out there, but they have no power over her.
Explain.
Explain.
So, you search up why is my wife yelling at me? It comes up with feeling unheard, financial stress, mental health struggles, or disrespect.
Okay.
And then if you look up why is my husband yelling at me, it comes up with the National Domestic Violence Hotline.
Come on, doggy.
Oh my God!
So you mean to tell me, if a woman screams at a man, that means that they're going through things, right? But if a man screams at a woman, whether that's his girl, his homegirl, right? That means that they should call that phone number, you mother. Stop playing with me, son. This video's for entertainment purpose only. I don't know who the hell did that, but Google, you better fix that, bro. Shut up. Don't you dare get loud with her. Because she's gonna call. She got the number. If you ever raise your voice, if you tell the truth, oh, hell no. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game I ain't got. You know what it is. Shut up. That's ridiculous. Because if they scream at you, they had so many reasons to justify it for them, right? But if you scream at them, automatic hotline number. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game I ain't got. You know what it is. Shut up. But I'll tell you one thing. If I'm ever arguing with any woman, whether that's my girl, right, my homegirl, and they say, I'm going to call this number on you, or you going to call? Let me see that phone real quick.
That's crazy. Really shows us how men are seen to be on the wrong side of things. Google should add a call line for men too, because not all ladies are good. Comment below what you think, and let's continue.
So is all hell about to unleash in the New York City Diamond District? Because Toks NYC claims that they are selling jewelry that is not the carat value that it says it is, and they're putting his name on it. So if you're familiar with Toks NYC, you know he's straight up when it comes to his products and his name. This is the video right here with the backstory. Take a look at this.
So this is the receipt from this disgusting company that pretends to be me, says they're Toks NYC, sells my customer a bracelet, rips him off, and rips him off on the gold.
So this is the bracelet right here he's talking about. They claimed it was 14 karat gold, and they had his name on the receipt, Toks NYC. He turned around, he checked out the bracelet, and it turns out that it's not 14 karat gold, it's actually 10 karat gold. They overcharged him, ripped him off, so he then confronted the other jewelers. Here's the video. Check it out.
Where's my f***ing money, motherfucker? Where's my f***ing money? Bitch. Where's my money? I got this bracelet. Where's my f***ing money? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna f***ing do?
So this is the gentleman right over here that went to that jewelry spot over in the Diamond District because they claim that they were Trax NYC. They then sold him that bracelet, telling him that it was X carat when it was not X carat, and he got ripped off. So after he finished talking with Trax, and you saw the confrontation over there before, Trax continued telling them what they did wrong, and then the other guy proceeded to spit in Trax NYC's face, and then they dragged him off and they tried to off him. Seriously, in front of everyone. Take a look at this video. Viewer discretion advised. Check this out. Look at that. And like a melee pursues right there, but they literally have him by his chain and they're dragging him to the back of the store. Nobody sees what happens after that. It's out of camera range. He does come back on in a second. Right here.
In the end, they tried to kill me. Strangled me with my own chain.
So Trax NYC made that video from his hospital bed, claiming, as you can see right there, that they literally try to choke him with his own chain. Be careful when you go to these jewelry spots in the Diamond District in the city. I know some of them could be sketchy, but that's real sketchy. And I know that Trax NYC is going to take care of business and do what he has to do because that's just wrong. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. And as always, I'd love to hear from you.
Things humans were never meant to see. Part 63.
The spider beings having a lot to do with Vietnam. They were there during Angkor Wat. And what really happened there is that these spider beings came in through the portals and basically dried. They didn't do anything to the river. There was a river going right through the middle of Angkor Wat, but they mind control their victims before they kill them.
What the fuck?
You get this on your phone?
Yeah.
They're just hanging there. They were lower a minute ago. Stay behind the truck, all right?
All right.
There they go.
Those have to be creepiest clips we've seen so far. I don't know about you, but the spider creatures really got me spooked for a moment there. Imagine living with something like that. That's just crazy, y'all.
There are some celebrities in this world whose lives feel like symbols to people, and their names are still alive today. Michael Jackson is still alive in people's hearts even after his death, but some fans claim he's actually still alive and hiding somewhere. They say he's living in India and wants to live to be 200 years old. His life and all the secret stories around him still feel like a crazy mystery to fans. Justin Bieber was once the ultimate heartthrob, the dream guy for so many girls. Then people started saying his eyes got darker and that his looks were gone. Some even claimed it was because of black magic, and that change shocked and scared a lot of fans. Michelle Lim is described by some as one of the most mysterious and even frightening figures out there. People say there was once incredible beauty, and now they claim it's all because of some kind of enlightenment. Some even believe he's the Lord of the Light, and that his strange path hides a dark secret. Make sure to drop a comment and follow for more videos.
So this guy, his name is Sean Combs, aka Diddy. And Diddy has a problem. So we all know who Diddy is. Celebrity, artist, founder of Bad Boy Records. He has a reputation for throwing huge parties and living an insane lifestyle. So this new Netflix documentary, Sean Combs: The Reckoning, follows his story from his early days in New York to the present. So this right here is never before seen footage of Diddy just days before his arrest. Like he had a camera crew following him around during that time, and they actually got the footage. And so this doc talks about everything. Like it doesn't shy away from all the various allegations against him over the years, like the City College stampede, etc., etc. So you hear from his former assistant, Capricorn Clark. You hear from Aubrey O'Day, who was a member of Danity Kane. You hear from the co-founder of Bad Boy Records. You hear from multiple people with pending lawsuits against him. So this is not just about his recent trial. This doc covers all of it. It is super comprehensive and it is wild. And so again, it's called Sean Combs: The Reckoning, and it's now playing on Netflix.
What a great one from Ray Williams there. I have not seen the documentary yet, but I know it's going to be interesting. Comment down below if you've seen it and tell us how it is. Let's continue.
I may be a little kid, but I have been around. Can hear the girls all scream soon as our wheels touch down. Junkets in Tokyo, fashion shoots in Milan, then a private jet to Madison Square Garden. 36-week-long tours, 10 singles on the charts. So hear my message, girl, 'cause it comes from the heart. Help me, my parents sold me to a big producer in the record industry. He makes me do things that I don't wanna do. Please call child services or maybe SVU. You gotta help me. My parents sold me to a big producer in the music industry. They took the cash and left me to these screaming masses. If I don't know this, I'd skip those dancing classes. I tried to run away one time in Belarus. They beat me with phone books so that I wouldn't bruise. I just can't take no more rich kids' bar mitzvahs or paid sleepovers with Saudi princes. Blinked SOS and Morse code. Once at the VMAs, they sprayed me with a hose in a pit for 3 days. And when my sales drop off, they'll take me to a resort and let rich businessmen hunt me down for sport.
Hold up, I'm just coming in on the song to check on what y'all talking about. Don't think of me as a record exec, but a father figure and pal. This kid's a real prankster, this is one of his practical jokes. Thank you for your concern, but there's nothing to see here, folks. That's just exhaustion talking, poor little guy's tuckered out. I'll take him back to the tour bus and we'll get him straightened out. There is no box, I don't even know what that means. Now we gotta run, but for your trouble, here's some front row seats.
Gotta help me, my parents sold me
Could I get a
to a
little
big
help here?
producer
We've got a
in
coat
the
on.
music industry.
We're
Oh
sorry,
God, please
very
help
tired.
me.
Life on the
Take some
road.
action. This didn't work
Whatever he
out
wants.
for Michael Jackson.
Thank you.
Someone help me. Don't ignore what I said. They'll sacrifice me.
We'd like to thank all of you for your support. The new album drops on the 22nd.
One of the most famous time-traveling stories is the story of Sergio Ponomarenko. In 2006 in Ukraine, police were actually called out to deal with a guy who was acting strange. The guy didn't appear to know where he was, and passers-by deemed this guy to be mentally unwell. When the police arrived, they noticed that this guy was dressed in period-style clothing and carrying a camera around his neck. The guy was Sergio, and the police said to him, "Have you got any photo ID?" which he kindly passed over. But Sergio's ID claimed that he was born in 1932, and Sergio appeared to be in his 20s, so the math wasn't mathing. The police then decided to take Sergio back to the police station to find out some more, but this is where the story gets stranger. By the way, if you enjoy these stories, then please hit the like and repost. It pushes the video out, it helps the page, and it allows me to make more videos just like this. Anyway, Sergio handed over everything that he had on him, one of which was a document from 1950 showing that Sergio was 25 years old in 1950. They then began investigating Sergio's camera, which was absolutely loaded with pictures. Pictures showing Ukraine from a previous decade, actually very fitting with the 1950s. On the camera also was photos of Sergio in exactly the same outfit, some of which he was stood with a woman. Sergio told the police that the woman in question was in fact his fiancée. He claimed that he was just sat taking photos with his fiancée, and then all of a sudden there was a flash of light in the sky. Before he knew it, he was now here in this time zone and has absolutely no clue or recollection of what happened. So the police actually decided to dig a little bit deeper and look into this case, and it's wild. The authorities began looking for missing records of missing people. They discovered that Sergio Ponomarenko was actually declared a missing person back in 1958. The woman in the pictures with Sergio claimed that her then fiancé went missing for 2 years and then just reappeared. She also claimed that she received a photo from Sergio that was sent in 1950 showing a futuristic Ukraine. After that, Sergio was free to leave the police station because he hadn't done anything wrong. He hadn't committed a crime. But after that, Sergio was never seen again.
Y'all think time travel is for real, or those are just stories? I think it may be true because these is evidence all over the internet, and if you dig well enough, you might just find out the truth. Let's continue.
Do you remember this song right here? The song was called Miss You, and if you scrolled on TikTok, you've definitely heard this song before without a doubt. But did you know that this song was actually stolen and has a crazy backstory? This all starts with an artist from California by the name of Oliver Tree. Now, before making music, Oliver Tree was actually known on an app called Vine, and this was basically TikTok before TikTok. He was known for making videos dressed up as this silly character over here with a bowl cut and glasses, and immediately he started going viral. Fast forward to the creation of TikTok, Oliver Tree would use his fame from Vine to start his TikTok career as well as his music career. He started releasing a bunch of music, but there was one song specifically that took off, and that was this song right here called Life Goes On. Everybody and their mom has heard Life Goes On. This is one of the biggest songs on TikTok. Now at this point, Oliver Tree had a hit song under his belt and everything was going good. But then he would start to get into some controversies. First, he would start beefing with another very big artist by the name of Kid Laroi. Essentially, Oliver Tree would call out the Kid Laroi for stealing shots from his music video. Here's the Oliver Tree music video compared to the Kid Laroi music video. And it's pretty obvious you could tell that the Kid Laroi was stealing from him. Now this is not the only shot, there are multiple other ones, but this is the most obvious one. Another controversy he got into was with Lil Nas X. Pretty much Oliver Tree released a song called Cowboys Don't Cry, and this song was a country track. But apparently Lil Nas X and his team sent a cease and desist letter to Oliver Tree for trying to copy Lil Nas X. Because everybody knows Lil Nas X has a song called Old Town Road, and it's one of the biggest country songs. So it's safe to say that Oliver Tree doesn't like when people steal from him, nor does he like when people accuse him of stealing. Now keep this in mind, it's important for later. Now fast forward 2 years later, one of Oliver Tree's songs starts trending. This song was called Jerk, and it was off of his 2-year-old album Ugly is Beautiful. Now the actual song Jerk itself was not trending, but rather a remix called Miss You that someone else made. A young and upcoming DJ from Berlin by the name of Southstar had actually remixed the song, and when he put it out to TikTok, it was an immediate banger. Now mind you, Southstar changed everything about the song. The beat, the mixing, the engineering, everything was different. He even had someone re-record the vocals. The only thing that was not different was the lyrics. Now once the original Miss You starts trending on TikTok, here's where things start getting crazy.
Another DJ by the name of Robin Schultz ends up hearing this remix, and he reaches out to Oliver Tree and he tells him that he can make a 1-to-1 version of this song. And obviously, since Robin Schultz is the bigger DJ, he agrees. So they put out the remixed version of Miss You, which is probably the one you hear on TikTok. And now there are two versions of the song trending on TikTok. The original one made by Southstar, and the remixed version made by Oliver Tree and Robin Schultz. Now the crazy part about this, when trying to clear the song, Southstar actually gave 100% of the publishing, which meant that any money that he was making from the song was going straight to Oliver Tree. So after Southstar realized that his song had been stolen, he would put out a statement basically saying that he was disappointed. Because to be fair, it kind of sucks to see a bigger producer just come along, steal your work, and then get a collaboration with one of your favorite artists. But after this, Atlantic would put out a statement basically saying that Southstar was just spewing BS, and that this version of Miss You, the Oliver Tree and Robin Schultz version, was the original. Now at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because the real winner is Oliver Tree, because he still owns the publishing for both songs.
If you're ever swimming in the ocean and you hear this, run as fast as you can. That sound came from an unknown creature living deep in the Mariana Trench. And the next 4 sounds are even scarier. But the last one is the worst of all. This sound is from a beluga whale impersonating a human. Scientists still don't understand why belugas try to mimic human voices. The next sound comes from something scratching the surface of the ocean floor. And judging by the echo, whatever it is, it's huge. The next one is a humpback whale hunting. But the scariest sound ever recorded in the ocean is known as the bloop. Some believe the creature behind it could be nearly 300 feet long. Scientists claimed it was just an iceberg cracking, but many people don't believe that. So tell me, would you still dare to go swimming? What do you think about this video? Write it in the comments, and don't forget to follow me, or we will never see each other again.
That sound really gives the chills. The ocean is a huge unexplored area, and there are many creepy things that roam around there. I know I wouldn't want to go there. Let's continue.
Is this creature poisonous?
This is a blue ring octopus. Yes, it is extremely poisonous. One bite can kill a human.
Is this creature poisonous?
This is a blue dragon sea slug. Yes, it is poisonous. It stores venom from what it eats.
Is this creature poisonous?
This is a stonefish. Yes, it is highly poisonous. It is one of the most venomous fish in the world.
Is this creature poisonous?
This is a garden snail. It is non-poisonous.
Is this creature poisonous?
This is a poison dart frog. Yes, it is poisonous. Its skin contains deadly toxins.
Is this creature poisonous?
This is a millipede. It is mildly poisonous. It releases toxins when threatened.
Is this creature poisonous?
This is a thorny devil. Yes, it is poisonous. Its spikes are for defense.
Is this creature poisonous?
This is a satanic leaf-tailed gecko. It looks like a dead leaf. It is non-poisonous.
Is this creature poisonous?
This is a crown of thorn starfish. Yes, it is poisonous. Its long spikes inject venom.
Is this creature poisonous?
This is a fire salamander. Yes, it is poisonous. Its bright colors warn predators to stay away.
Rare photos that'll blow your mind. Someone found a bunch of flies hibernating behind a plastic sheet. Boys in this Amazonian tribe have to wear gloves full of the fiercest stinging ants to become a man. An Algerian man missing since 1996 was found alive in 2024, held captive in his neighbor's underground pit. A man establishes a country with 400 citizens in a disputed patch of land between Croatia and Serbia. A self-driving Waymo car left a passenger panicking after it drove onto train tracks and got stuck. Japanese high school baseball player born with symbrachydactyly hits a single to left field. An impala gets tangled like a dream catcher in a spider's web. McDonald's locations in France sell McBaguettes. A ship's bridge was removed and converted into a house. Someone tried to photograph a costume man, but a person in opposite colors stepped into the frame. Many Japanese toilets have a sink built into the top, recycling hand-washing water for the next flush.
And that's a wrap for today's journey into the strange and unsettling. Thank you for watching and stepping into the unknown with us. If these creepy mind-bending videos left you wanting more, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Got a favorite moment? Or maybe a clip you want to see in the next one? Drop a comment below. We love hearing from you. Until next time, stay curious, stay brave, and always be ready for the unexpected. We'll see you soon, right here at Chill Spot, where the weird and wonderful never stops.